Hello and welcome to the Education Fix podcast. I'm Lyle and I'm your host. Today we're going to be talking about an educational fix that most of you have heard about if you're in teaching. It's called Minilessons. So Minilessons, just to give you some background information, have been around for decades and decades and decades. I'm sure at this point. Minilessons are essentially just micro lessons that you place at the very beginning or the very end of a lesson to help your students, sometimes with the subject that you're teaching, to support that main lesson. Sometimes it could be a prerequisite skill that they need to learn that is involved with that subject in general, or it could be a lesson that you would otherwise not have time to teach, like getting in line or how to organize your desk or where to locate materials for that subject. So mini lessons are a very, very important fix that everybody should be utilizing in their classrooms all the time. So that's basically what a mini lesson is. A very short lesson, optimally 5 to 10 minutes long. Sometimes it could be 15 minutes. I wouldn't go any longer than that personally, but a mini lesson is about 5 to 10 minutes long. It's on a subject or a topic. It should be fun and engaging, and then you get off of the lesson and move on to your main subject or your main lesson of the day or of that period of the day. Now, what exactly does this problem solve? The reason why I wanted to make mini lessons the first episode of the Education Fix podcast is because teachers say all the time to me, amongst each other, to whoever will hear it, I don't have time to teach this. I don't have time to teach that. They don't know this, but I don't have time to teach it. They won't do this well. They don't do that well. They won't line up. They won't be quiet. They don't know how to carry the one. They don't know where everything belongs in the classroom. They never know how to sit. They never sit quickly, never sit quietly. They're never doing this or that. The problem with all of this complaining is that the simple answer to most of these issues that often I hear teachers complain about is just doing that mini lesson. And the mini lesson can be very quick. It could be about the subject you want it to be about. It could be about just behavior management or management of the classroom. And just by providing your students with that really quick and easy 5 to 10 minute lesson, you're allowing them to get a fun and engaging opportunity to figure out the right way to do things. And oftentimes you only have to do the mini lesson once and then they get it. Or it may be something that you want to revisit the next week or at the end of the week, just so that they have a good grasp of it. But taking 5 to 10 minutes away from your main lesson, even when it seems like you have so much to teach in the curriculum, is incredibly important because it saves you time on the back end. I cannot tell you how many teachers spend hours and hours and hours redirecting students, looking for materials, yelling at students when they probably shouldn't be, looking for things that were lost or broken, reprimanding, redirecting students for various things, and then having to teach slower during their main lessons if the mini lessons should have been about things that are related to a specific subject, like knowing how to do long division before you can do the algebra skill that they're about to teach, or knowing your multiplication facts before they do the algebra skill that they're going to teach. Doing these mini lessons saves a lot of time, hours and hours and hours. And if you care about the curriculum, if you care about how your students are learning, take that 10 minutes. Take the 10 minutes to teach your students whatever that skill is. It could be fun and engaging, and then you get off of it, and then you start on your main topic. Now, how is the fix implemented? Well, the fix is implemented pretty easily. You take 5 to 10 minutes at the beginning or end of your session or your subject area, and you say, hey, we have this quick lesson. We're going to engage with the topic. We're going to talk about it or play a game, and then we're going to get off of it and then start our lesson. Or we just finished the lesson. Here, let's do a quick mini lesson on this. That's how you do it. It could be a video, it could be a game, it could be a podcast, it could be a story, it could be a book. It could be a lot of different things. It could be role playing. Sometimes mini lessons are related to behavior management, and you just need a little bit of time to tell your students, hey, this is how I want you to line up. This is how I want you to ask questions. This is how I want you to answer questions. This is how you should address me. This is how you should address your peers. This is how you need to clean your desk off. This is how it should look. This is how we properly put away these materials because they're sensitive. It could be science class. It could be social studies, and the mini lesson is about a subject that's related to the subject you're talking about. And because they don't have prior knowledge, giving them a mini lesson helps out a lot, and it saves you a lot of explaining during your actual lesson. So that's how they're implemented. You get in, you have fun for about 5 minutes, then you give them a little bit of a quiz or a chance to engage with it themselves or communicate or talk to a peer or to the whole class about what they've just learned. And then you start your main lesson. Mini lessons are incredibly important and something that I hope all educators feel that they have the power and autonomy to do in their own classroom. Thanks for joining the Educational Fix podcast today. I hope that you use this fix in your classroom today. If you're interested, please check out my books or Thriving Special Education. My name is Lyle. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you soon.